now going to get YouTube open.
Dropping out at the moment, having a lot of issues.
Learn how to use the colors, my butt. It's going to put us in entertainment. Users in crafting. Art. Digital art. Oops. Gamer. Live. Chill. Cozy. Chat. Family friendly. Sometime. YouTube is working, Twitch is working. Alright, I'm gonna go live. See if this is working. Art camera. That is working. Alright. Hey everybody, welcome. Welcome. Oh, I need to check to see if the fish buttons are working. And links. Alright, looks like we're all working. Alright. Welcome in here. Oh. How's everybody doing? Oh, whoops. I can't see over here. Alright. How are we doing today? And why is your window so crystal clear today? That's awesome. Well, I am just going to draw for a while until we get everybody set up here. And I'm going to work on today's prompts, which I don't know what they are. Or I do know what they are. Okay. All right. Let's start with dystopian dragon. All right, let me look up dystopian one more time. Great suffering or injustice. Okay, let's do a tiny dragon of some kind. All right, let's sketch a dragon. We're going to paint a dragon. This looks like a horse. Horse is a horse, of course. And we got it little. Great suffering, Dystopian, great suffering. Little dragon. Great suffering. Well, today is a nice, cold, freezing day. It's freezing. Freezing! You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Boy, I'm making it. Okay, I'm getting static if you're trying to talk. I need bits. Chad, we need to get bits. Ah, I hit the wall.
Now I've lost you.
I can hear you. Did you just go live? Yes, you did. Can I hear myself?
Yeah, I shake.
Well, audio works. That's good.
Okay, well that works.
And you went super blurry as soon as you went live. Look at that. Yeah, there's something. Your computer seems to not have enough resource output to push out for some reason.
Well, I just won't stream and I'll just come in. How's that sound?
No, keep streaming. I'll just change it to your actual window.
Okay. I need someone to pop in so they can tell me if they can hear you.
Those are the same sources. Can you hear? Oh, I can hear me. Hold on, let me just turn on, see if I can hear myself. That's all you gotta do. Wait for a delay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I don't hear me coming through on your live screen.
No, because you're not on my desktop audio.
I'm not what? Well, I have to be
You're
coming
not
out
on-
somewhere.
Because you're not on my desktop audio.
Is there sound
You're
coming
coming
from
out
my
through-
browser source?
You're not on. No, you're coming through Twitch.
I know, but is that sound go? Where does that sound go?
No, you're coming through Twitch. No idea.
So like if you go into Twitch and then you click on me, where does that go?
Goes into my headset. Okay.
It goes into your headset? So my audio output or your audio output goes into your headset.
Audio output.
Oh, I don't know. We'll let you figure it out.
So, oh, thanks. Okay. Audio output, wouldn't that be my audio output?
Yeah, that's your audio output. But
Where's yours?
my input, well, if you hit the three dots next to my picture, it should pull up something, right? It says guest volume.
Yes.
Where does that go? That goes to a browser source. So whatever browser source, that browser source has to be open on your screen in order for the sound to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So where does that browser source go for audio?
Look, I've got an option of copy guest slot,
Yeah.
remove from favorites, move to slot and guest volume, or report you. That's it.
Right, so if you copy the link and you post it in your browser source, you refresh your camera too for some reason. I don't know why your camera does that. Like it totally went blurry when
I went live.
When you went live, which means you don't have enough resource. So my question, I guess, is Twitch is OBS run as administrator?
Yes.
So that means it should take all your resources. So then, what else do you have on the background? Like, do you have Google Windows open? Do you have other programs running?
I have Twitch open for the collab.
Yep.
Discord.
Close Discord.
Yep.
You don't need Discord
I've got
running.
the fish game.
That should be fine.
If someone's just typing to this, give me a minute.
Is shared chat not working?
I don't think you hit the button yet.
Oh no, it's not working. There it goes. Try that again. Okay, there it goes.
Oh yeah, okay, it's working now.
Yeah, no, I'm just making sure. Oh,
I was in the middle of something and it's just popped up. Live is live.
yeah, as long as it's working. Okay. So then,
Okay.
what other programs do you have running? Anything?
Nothing, just the Twitch and OBS and fish.
Okay.
And I still can't get any sound to me.
What a hotel.
Right? And only 335 a night on my favorite site.
I've done
What a
nothing.
hotel.
Right? And only 335 a night on my favorite site.
What?
Wait a minute.
You didn't check Trivago.
I got mine for 220.
You have to check Trivago.
Oh yeah? Prove it.
On Trivago, you can compare hotel prices from
How does that work?
Even your favorite one.
See,
What?
same hotel, over $100 less.
You didn't check Trivago?
I didn't check.
Where's that ad coming from? Well, I know, but you're muted on my side. Why is it playing audio? Like if I hide it, it shouldn't be playing at all. Control audio versus Streamlabs. Try that again. All right, there, no sound now. Okay. Oh, there's all kinds of updates. Yeah, because Streamlabs had updates, so it means OBS probably had updates. I don't know why they're. I could end the call and try to refresh it, but I don't know if that's gonna fix your problem. I might just have you like I did last time, but you know, like I don't understand like why it worked before if nothing's changed. No. Because then nobody can hear you or see what you're doing. Oh no, they could hear you and see you. You're talking about you're not going live and just go live on my side. Well, that won't help. Can I refresh your camera? I can't refresh your camera, can I? Well, I just turned it off and turned it back on, but it never comes back on for me. I don't know why I can't ever get that to come back on. Yeah, just restart it really quick, the camera and switch or whatever. And then which internet source are you on, I guess? Your OBS is blurry too. That icon right there is blurry as crap. So that's weird. So your virtual camera you have to be able to put out two video sources. That doesn't make any sense why you can't. No, but even if you're doing a video source, it should work fine. You refreshed your camera too? And there's no way to adjust anything. Like I can't adjust your video setting. So that's the feed I'm getting no matter what, right? So that means that it's only coming from your side that the camera is blurry like that, but it's not blurry to your screen. Wait, why am I hearing myself now? Try now. So that means that your video output Let me see. Let me look up OBS virtual camera blurry. There's got to be a fix for that. OBS virtual camera blurry. Hold on, I'm gonna. Okay, so quick fixes in OBS. You can change the source properties of your webcam source in OBS. Change the resolution to custom 1920 by 1080 or max, and FPS to 360. I don't know if I can adjust that though on my end. No, I cannot. So that'd be on your end. Oh wait. Use custom frame rates. So that would be on your end. $19.20, $10.80. No, it's gonna be blurry anyway. So it's on your end. So you have to go into your check camera settings with the same properties. In the same properties window, click configure video if available and turn off features like low light compensation or set to auto manual. Yeah, why? Yes. Okay. Okay. So use share window best method. Instead of selecting the OBS virtual camera, use the app's share windows screen feature and select OBS full screen projector output of your scene, and it gives it priority bandwidth. Okay, that's interesting. We ought to try that. So instead of going virtual camera, you go to share window. Yeah, do that really quick. Can you, in that Twitch app, can you share your window, whatever your camera is? Can you share your, like if you were to share window, which is that share your screen, that left button on the bottom, can you share your camera? Like, will it allow you to select your camera? No, no, no. It's a different method, right? Can you share just the camera? Like it should be OBS full projector, full screen projector mode. Right, but can you set that projector to just be your camera? Is my question. What did that show? That showed your entire screen? Okay, so if you make, okay, let's see here. Can you make a source? Can you make a source, like a browser source in your OBS that's just the camera and then share just that source? So hold on, let me see. Let me figure this out. Source. If you do a video capture, yeah, you can stop it for a second. So source, here's what I'll do. I'll shut off. Hold on, let me shut off your thing so you don't show up on my screen. All right. So if you went in and you did source, and your window source is just your camera, so click on source, add a video capture source, and make it your web camera and name it test or something. Now, does it show a source somewhere on the screen? Where does it put that source? It's got to put it somewhere. Like, does it make a window for it on your screen? Oh, there you go. All right, there's a camera. Don't make it the whole screen though. Don't make it the full length. I know, but you're live streaming it, so be careful what you're showing. Would it be easier just to stop your live stream and then do this really quick? And then come back? Oh, there you go. There you go. Now, can you make that window, that browser window, your camera? Like turn on your overhead camera to that source. Right? And if you want, put it behind your normal stuff so that way you can't see it. Right? Once you're done, we'll just tuck it behind. And then you can share maybe just that window, and I can set it up to where you're just sharing your screen. If that makes sense. Because I don't know why you're so blurry. It doesn't make any sense to me. But that window that you just opened should be showing your desktop just like your normal, showing your camera just like you're showing it on screen. No. Right, but you're sharing a camera, virtual camera. If you do that and you share that window, it takes higher priority. It changes how resources are used. Right? So if your camera's playing to that little box and you share that window, it's different than virtual camera. Does that make sense? Okay, your virtual camera is mimicking your camera and sending out two broadcasts of two live feeds, correct? Is what it's doing, right? Your mainstream camera is taking priority over that virtual camera. If you do a share window and get rid of the virtual camera, the share window is going to have a higher priority resource usage than that virtual camera did. So it may balance it out and be clearer. Because all you're trying to do is share a camera. Share a window, right? Whatever. It's like a slideshow. All you're basically doing is sharing a slideshow, and that slideshow is getting more priority than that virtual camera is. It could be an OBS issue. Does that make sense? So all I need you to be able to do is, if you can get your virtual that camera that you're creating, that scene, if you can see your camera in it, and then try sharing that. And you would be sharing that not using virtual camera, you would share it as a share window. Like you turn on screen share, and then you share that window. And I don't understand how come it got worse. Like it used to work fine in the beginning, and something has changed. So like if you hit share window, can you share that box that you created? Is basically what happens. What does it show? Anything? Does that box show a camera in it? Or does it not allow you to show multiple camera sources? Like you should be able to duplicate that camera source and have two camera sources. And maybe that's the way to do it. Like you click on sources, you hit virtual camera, and you duplicate the one. Or you should actually be able to right click on your camera and hit duplicate source. I think it's called duplicate source. Hold on. So duplicate the source, paste it, it's a new source, and share that source. See, I'm wondering if it doesn't allow you to do it because it's a camera source. It does. It has a Z, Control Z. But I don't know if it'll let you have the same camera twice. See if this one lets you do it. Did you make a second source?
Wait, what's the back button?
Control Z. Control Z. You're clicking inside OBS and then hitting Control Z. Hold down Control and hit Z. Okay, well click on that source and make that source smaller. Oh, because you created a source projector. No, that's actually correct though. Well, where does that go to? Well, you can tuck that behind. Hold on. Did you make a projector? Can you share that projector? Hold on a second. Oh, you can share the projector. Like that. Look at that. Then you share the projector. See how I did that?
Yeah, no.
So, okay, do that then. You just created a projector, right? Now put that behind whatever, minimize that, and you don't need to see it, right? But it's just your camera. And then share that projector. That works. You can't what? Right click on your camera, go to projector and create source projector. Do you have it already open somewhere though? Make sure you don't have like multiple versions of it.
Okay. No, I don't. No, it's done that.
Do you see your camera in it? Minimize it. Just make it smaller. Minimize it. Now go into share, see if you can share that window that you have open. Yeah, just share it to me in Twitch so I can see if it works. Go into Twitch, share your screen. Click on that window that you just created, should be your screen. And then turn off include my camera on your side so you don't have your camera. Share the projector screen. You may have to have it open somewhere on your desktop so you can see it is the problem too. Well, you can make it tiny and just put it off to the side where it's not visible. Yeah. Just share it in Twitch. The only person who can see it is you and me. Nobody else can see that. Just share it so I can see what you're looking at. It's not a window. It should be open. If it's open on your desktop, it's a window somewhere. Right? Hey, Spudgecraft, welcome in. Thank you for the... What were we doing here? Sorry, we're tech issue. Lurk. Oh, thank you for the lurk. I didn't check him. Lurk. All right, one, stop your virtual camera. First, let's do that first. Stop your virtual camera. I'm still getting an OBS thing from you, so... And in Twitch, turn off, click the toggle to include your camera so it doesn't include your camera. Yeah. Turn off include my camera. There you go. Now share whatever screen that new window you created. All right. There. So that's your desktop. That's crystal clear. So it's not playing on my screen anywhere. So now go live, and I want to see if that still stays clear. And then on my end, I will put that image. I will grab that browser source for that image and put that in my screen share. Let's see if we fixed our problem here. Now I'm going to turn that on. All right, now move something on your camera. Just put some in your hand so I can see if it works. I don't know if you're moving your hand or anything. You got to move your hand or something. I'm just watching, trying to see what it's doing. Okay, so it's a little laggy, but it's clearer. So let's see if I can. Oh, that's because I changed the frame rates. Hold on. Well, you have to have something in front of it. You gotta have some movement. Just okay. That's yeah. There you go. That's better. Better. Perfect. So I use a custom frame rate of 30, and that should be fine. All right. So that works. Does that work for you? Are you happy? Is the question, because I can see everything perfectly clear. Well, it's your virtual camera. You're obviously your computer doesn't have enough resources to run the two at once. It seems like. But we have volume. I have volume. I hear you. I can see you. Yeah, that works. And now we'll go back to. I'm going to start screen share, and I'm going to test it. All right. And you stopped moving your. Oh no, there you go. You're just going to be a little bit of a delay, it looks like. Okay. That's fine. But now people can see you draw or whatever. Yeah, it's clear. It's as good as we're going to get it. I mean, that's the workaround, but. Which. All right, there you go. So now my chat can see Joy's screen. What's that black object at the top of the screen there? Okay, and then you can see whatever that white object in the top right corner is, just so you know. It's a little bigger on my screen than it is on yours. Yeah, I'm just giving you a fair warning in case you lean over. It's bigger, so you may want to look at my screen real quick to see what you're actually showing, because it's bigger than yours. Okay, as long as you're good. Free show, chat. No. That work? I am. How's everybody? Thank you for the check-in. All right, there you go. I'm fine. As long as it worked. It only took us 45 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna. Can I adjust that image? Well, you know what I could do? I could shrink the window. Hold on. Let me crop that. No, I'm gonna crop it so it's a little bit, so it's not as revealing. No, I've got it. Oh, whoops. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm muted for 1 second. Hold on. All right, I'm here. Sorry. I'm just ordering a sandwich. Yeah, well, yeah, I gotta order food. And I'm gonna do on a break, I'm gonna do a haircut here first. Now the question is, do I want a turkey ranch and Swiss, or do I want a honey bacon club? Yeah, it's turkey, ham, bacon, Swiss cheese, tomato, shredded lettuce, red onion, and French dressing. But I don't like the French dressing. So move on from that one. Well, I should get turkey, bacon, guacamole. Turkey, bacon, guacamole, mozzarella, cheese, tomatoes, rice, lettuce, onion, ranch. That sounds good. Where I want the black Angus steak. I just get your camera, right? So if you want me not to get your camera, you just have to stop the share really quick. That's like mine. You always get my camera no matter what I do. So I just have to be cognitive that black Angus steak. Yeah, I'm gonna get the turkey, bacon, guacamole. Oh, is it bothering anybody? I'll stop talking about it. He what? No, I'm listening. Oh no, I already just ordered it. No, it's coming. Keep rambling. I just ordered a turkey, bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, pickles, cheese, whatever. Okay. Oh, do you? Oh, aren't you bougie? Super bougie. No, I don't care if they match. That's up to you. Mm-hmm. Nice. Super bouge. Well, everybody should have, take care of yourself. It's good to treat yourself to like nails or haircuts or whatever. So I have trimmed my window to kind of match yours. Yeah. Yeah, no, it works. Still have your name, so that works great. Hmm. dystopian. Yep, I will keep Chet sleeping. Imagine state or society were great.
I need to fill up my big mug. How to decide? Should I use it today to do?
You can. Just make sure you wash it.
Pardon?
Just make sure you wash it.
Of course I'll wash it. I just love how my hand fits in the washing machine. It's massive. But anyway, I'll leave you guys to it. I will be back and then we can get into some serious
And the crab's got a mahi mahi. Nice. I don't like that. She went to go get coffee. I'm gonna get some too. I'm gonna need coffee. So how is everybody on this Friday night, Saturday morning, Friday afternoon? What is in a... Oh, you're so cute. Tired? How can you be tired? Oh, I'm tired too, but My back hurts, but so we got this working. Thank God. How you doing, Bob? Don't forget, Joy needs 20 followers for our fart button by Christmas. So we need 20 followers. You know somebody, hit him up. Or she needs 20 followers. Boy, when you're not in a mood to draw a rock. Oh, it's your draw wagon. She didn't put the BRB screen up, huh? Reptile. All right, let's get a new piece of paper just because. Need something. So anybody got any crafting goals this week or this month, or is everybody getting ready for Christmas and nothing big going on? Guess that's the question of the day. Anybody got any big projects they got to get done before Christmas? I need a picture of a reptile. Oh, actually, hold on. If I do this, maybe this. That looks like a reptile. And then we can do that. We can just do an outline of a reptile. And then I can ink shade. Hi, Molly. How are you? Welcome in. You want dating news, Bob? That's funny. Welcome back. You got a coffee? Oh, puppy. I thought you said coffee. I was like, oh, cool. Well, it's the same as caffeine is in tea, so it doesn't make a difference. I don't know if you want to do that.
Well, they can't hear me very well. Have you got me turned down so they don't have to hear me?
Can you turn down? Let me look. I think I have you like 200%.
Oh, that's not very nice.
What?
Where's the manners down there?
Try now. I have you at 200%.
Yeah? Is that a bit better?
You guys aren't hearing her twice, are you? You gotta keep talking so they can give me a thing.
I'll keep talking. I'm not sure what you want me to talk about other than the fact that I'm speaking to them today. And it was like 33 minutes and it was disgusting.
You don't hear her at all, really? Or can you hear her? Okay, you don't hear her at all. Hold on. How about now? Do you hear her now? Keep talking.
I've got a mouth.
She got some tubby toast in her mouth.
I just put a fucking big mouthful of toast.
Is that better? No? Yes, no?
And Molly can hear it both.
Okay, I have you at 200. Can't make out what she's saying. I've got her at 200%. I can't get her any louder.
Where have you got me through?
All right, hold on. Let's try this again. I'm going to mute this one. All right, we're going to try this. All right, start talking.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, you're quiet anyway, naturally. Keep talking. Let me know if it's better.
Sorry. Is it better? It's a random word thing. I thought I'd get a knot. So, has anyone had a Vegemite? Has anyone had Vegemite?
So I need somebody to tell me if you can hear her. Because if you don't tell me, I can't test this.
Saying that you don't want to hear what I have to say.
You can't hear her.
I can sign if you like.
You should be able to hear her full. She's at 200%. How can you not hear her? All right, try now.
Is that what you'd like me to do? So yeah, but all my washing got done yesterday, and after I had a rough dealt with lawnmower guy, no change.
Try now. Keep talking.
Okay, yeah, so I understand how to go at it because I went to go and put my washing online on a 30-degree day, and it was covered in trees. Now, here's the gardener guy. He needs to make sure that my washing line rotates and in the sun when I need to use it. So, yeah, I lost it. So I rang him and told him that I won't need his services in 2026. Have a Merry Christmas. So, yeah, I was in a mood yesterday.
Is she too loud compared to the music in the background? Because I can turn her down a bit.
He needs to turn me down a bit. Nobody follows what I say. It's not very nice. Do you not understand what I'm talking about?
Okay, how about now, Molly? Keep talking.
Keep talking. Okay. Yeah, so he was a bit shocked, but then again, I was a bit shocked when I went up to my clothesline and it was a mess. And
We good?
He's been coming every 2 weeks.
All right, you're good there.
I'm good? Yeah, every 2 weeks and charging me. And he wasn't even looking at the fact that I need my washing line.
No, I'm gonna leave it there. That's probably okay. All right, we'll leave it
Yeah, don't
there. I'm not gonna
don't-
screw something up.
go.
I'll leave it right there.
So we're all good now.
Yeah. So now you
Yes.
can talk all you want.
Yeah,
You may regret it, chat.
I know. My puppy was like, "Will you stop talking and eat so I can get your crusts?"
Yeah, she's like, feed me.
Poor puppy, she's starving to death. She's so malnourished. No, she's not.
Who are you talking to? Talk to me. Feed me.
She's so funny because she sits here and she doesn't make eye contact with you when you got food because she doesn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Staring at you while you've got food.
Mm-hmm.
You got them done yesterday. I thought this was just a bit subtle. So I didn't want to go the red than I was blue last week. So I thought I'd better do something a little less out there. But I was doing my nails at about 1 o'clock this morning. So trying to get it done. But yeah, when we do our Christmas one, I'll go a bit Christmassy for you. Get out the Christmas jammies.
Is that gonna be next week?
I believe so. Because we're nearly at the end, aren't we? Like, what is it? Yeah.
You what do you mean the end of
I do
doing
my
these
own nails. So.
dream together?
Oh, well, that'd be the last one for the year, wouldn't it? Because then I'm off on a break, hopefully.
Yeah, I guess, huh?
Well, just think of it this way: it'd be nice and quiet without me for like 3 weeks. Because you know what? Sometimes it's nice to miss someone. Oh, sorry, puppy. All right, how about I just take the crusts off and you can have them? Okay. I have done nothing, Mal. I'm eating. Look, I'm eating my Vegemite on toast. Oh.
I wonder if I want to do.
It didn't toast very well. Very pale. Thank you, Mal. You're a gem.
Part of me wants to do this in digital.
And do you mind throwing Giggy in on the shout outs too, please? Just because I kind of think, you know, kind of like him. Give him a shout out too. Thank you. All right, what are we going to do today?
Who are you talking to? Or what are you talking about? What?
See, I talk, he doesn't listen, so what does that matter?
We are going to burn something today, right? Molly, no.
We're going to burn something?
No. Molly does not.
No, Molly doesn't. I can get out the wax seals if you want to. Burn something. It's too hot to burn anything.
Why
I
would
know
we
we're not
want-
in. But I can do wax melts if you want to watch something that, you know, has flame. But you know, Gigi was asking about what jobs people have to do before Christmas. You know what I've got, Gigi? I still haven't written out the Christmas cards for work. So I'm kind of thinking when I go back to work on Monday, because I've been off most of the week, I'm going to
You probably
just run
should.
something through the printer. Run something through the printer, cut it out, stick it on, and just post them away. And hope they get there before companies shut, because some companies are shutting on the 19th, which I thought was pretty slow. But we're going to be closing on the 23rd, I think. Actually, that's an issue. I think my father-in-law just booked in Christmas lunch on the 23rd, and I'll still be at work.
Well, that's not an issue. If you got to go to work, you go to work. How's that an issue?
Yeah, but he's gonna have to rechange it, isn't he?
If he wants you there.
Yeah. Maybe just
If the kids don't want you there, then it's works out great. You trying to torture people before the holidays? What are you trying to do, lady?
I'm not feeling the love today,
I'm just
boys,
teasing you.
I tell you.
Relax. What do you mean not feeling the love? You got Bob here.
Yeah. I do have Bobby.
Can't help if Bob's not showing love. It's Bob.
He was showing love. Yeah, I tune in for Molly's dating stories too, Bob.
Yeah, we're all waiting patiently.
We all sit there living vicariously through her.
Yeah, we're all twisted. We must all be twisted.
You do count. Stop licking my legs. It's disgusting. Okay. I mean, I'm not eating it quick enough. My dog's licking my legs, waiting for more. I'm going to do a card. Let's figure out where we're... Oh, okay. She thinks she's in trouble. There you go.
You need naps after the dates? Well, that from all the partying or what? Yeah, we need a Christmas update, huh, on dates.
I reckon dating would be so stressful in this day and age.
At what age? Younger age?
In this day and age.
Yeah, I'll let you know whenever it happens. I think dating in general is tough because I think people are not... I don't think people are as honest as they should be. But then I could be wrong.
Probably not. Could be.
Oh, that's right up Joy's alley. Kind of knew she likes.
What's wrong? Yeah. No. That's wrong. Where do you find these bunnies? Like, how do you, where do you find people that are that way inclined? It's crazy.
Well, obviously on a dating app.
Molly has a talent. Yeah, it would seem so. Right, let's have a look at comps and see where I can go with this.
You should have seen the one. Oh, it's a lot better than the one that had her married off day one.
Oh, that's scary too.
Molly was about to be in the kitchen cooking, living the life.
6 babies underfoot.
Yeah. I mean, Facebook status was already married.
Okay.
But there are weirdos out there. There really are.
Oh, I know there are. I just didn't realize that one person would find so many of them.
Yeah, that means you must have to change something about your dating app.
Yeah.
Make it like a business. Serious inquirers only. You have to meet these
No
requirements. You have to be hot like Giggy, smart like Giggy, find sense of humor like Giggy. Crap, just date Giggy. Those are your 3 minimum. Just date Giggy. Yeah, that's what it is,
He
huh?
doesn't seem to be on the market, does he?
Everybody just date Giggy.
Well, Giggy's going to be a very busy boy.
I'm gonna be a very busy boy.
If everyone's dating you, yes.
Yeah, I'll just live on the beach. What do you do for a living? I'm a beach bum.
Yeah.
We should go this way. Yeah, just that's funny.
Yeah, well, I would use that to your advantage, Molly.
You guys make it sound like everybody's bad.
Well, everyone's got something, haven't they? You're the one that keeps saying that.
But okay, so let's
Like, you say that everyone's got something. Like, I mean, at my age, you know, like.
yeah, but at our
Say
age,
it.
there's always baggage. We're gonna get baggage no matter what we do.
But it depends if it's good or bad baggage, really.
It's always bad baggage. There's no good baggage.
What? So kids are bad baggage?
Kids are, yeah, because then it's another person they gotta listen to. Kids are bad baggage no matter how you look at it.
Oh, that's not very nice.
No, I'm just relax. I'm just teasing, playing devil's advocate here.
My boys are beautiful. They cross me. Like,
I know,
do
but your
anything to
boys don't
hurt
want to
me.
be calling some new guy daddy.
Are you sure of that?
I mean, you know, it's kind of weird for kids, right?
Or why would they? I mean, there's a certain age, I believe, that you can't expect a child to call them dad anymore. Right?
True.
So if they were 3 or 4, you'd go, okay, whatever happened. I'm now remarried. Yes, if they want to adopt my children, they can get the name of dad. Right?
Okay, that makes sense.
But if they're 21, there's no way you should expect your child, if you get remarried, to call that man dad.
Well, if they're 21, I expect your daughters to call me daddy anyway, but that's a different story.
Well, I don't have daughters, so that's fine.
But yeah, you know, that's banging it on its own right. No, I'm just kidding.
You better be kidding.
Yeah, I don't know.
So-
That's an interesting question. I mean, older, obviously. Younger, it's still kind of weird though.
Is it? See, when
Well, let's
It's
okay. Let's
sort of
let's look at it like this. Do you want to be the parent that has to deal with somebody else's kids that they're 7? Well, it's going to say 7 or 10 years old, okay, and their father may not be the greatest catch. Because then you have to deal with
Okay.
him too, right? And in
from your
theory,
perspective or mine?
in theory, you want to be respectful of that parent, right? But they could be a work of art, and you don't want to deal with that.
No, but then you become their mates.
Then what?
Then you try and be mates with the kids rather than their dad.
All right, hold on.
Like you're diddling the mum, so you've got to be friends with them at least.
They may have more issues with their mom calling a guy daddy. Yeah, I think it would leave the relationship with kids and a new guy up to the kids. They choose. Let's call them that is respectful if they are dad or more friendly. Okay, right. But say an older one, then it's like then you're playing I'm their friend more than you're their parent, right? Plus, also in fairness, if I'm going to use your situation where there's 20-year-old kids involved, if they come to, I shouldn't have to parent them at all.
No, they're being parented within an inch of their lives, so you shouldn't have to.
Right, so I wouldn't have to parent them at all. It's the wife's responsibility, or the new woman's responsibility, or new parent, or whoever, what? Right?
The original parent, yes.
Yeah, the original parent. Whether, I'm just trying to figure out the guy, female, whatever. It's the original parent's problem. It's not, I'm not going to get involved in that anyway.
Not a problem, but yes.
Right? So if I were to date somebody and they were in their 40s, we'll say 40s, 30s, 40s, somewhere in there, and they had, we'll say, 2 children already, I guess I better not, hold on, let me think about this.
I don't know where you're going with this. You lost your own train of thought.
Well, no, the train of thought is whether or not the new person wants to have kids or not, or continue to have kids, or, nowadays it's expensive to have kids, right?
Yeah, but...
I mean, in the States, it's brutally expensive to raise kids. I mean, all kids anywhere. It costs you $1 million or whatever more.
It costs you a lot of money. But if I was in a new relationship, even with my kids now, I would certainly have another baby.
So you would have multiple dads?
If the new man wanted a baby, then he would get it.
Okay, so that you're leaving that up to the male to decide. Well, if you want kids, I will provide.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you do that?
No, I'm not saying anything against that.
I would have had 20 of them.
Maybe I just want multiple wives and don't want kids.
Well, then that's fine.
I guess it depends on what you're going in the relationship for, right? I mean, at some point, that question has to come up on the table. But for I guess people our age, we don't even think about that crap. I don't even think about that, honestly. I haven't even thought of, if I get back out of the market, what do I really want, right?
Well, it sounds like you got to get your act together and make a list.
That's a good point, Molly. I don't think the kids are a turnoff for me. It's dealing with the other parent. Yeah, see, that's where I am too. I kind of don't want to deal with the other parent. It's my woman now. Kiss off. I don't really care about you, dude. Go somewhere else. But in all fairness, I will be civil and respectful. These are your kids. You're coming to pick them up. Sure, whatever. But there's a line. I don't care what your relationship was before. That's not my business. But there's a new line that's drawn in the sand, kind of deal, right?
But that's also assuming that every single breakup is bad.
But I've been through that situation, right? Even if the split is amicable, they're still bad. There's still some negativity and it's usually, it's kind of hard to not have that kind of situation unless you got a divorce and you married her sister, and then you have no choice except to be amicable, right? But typically, if you split up from somebody, even if you split up on good terms, it didn't work, it just doesn't happen, there's always something bad. There's always some comment or some, because I look at my brother's situations, right? They both divorced, whatever, and even though they split, one of them split perfectly fine, there's still things said. There's still, little snide comments that get said or whatever, and you do that in front of children, and that's wrong, right? To me, that's, if you're split, you're split. I don't care what the reason is, but it just don't turn it you know, it's going to go toxic. You know, don't do it. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I suppose I collected old relationships anyway. I've been friends with all of them since I was young. Even
Right, but then
some
how
of
do
my
you
sister's
feel like, say
relationships,
for
but-
example, if you were to date a guy and the guy's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna go hang out with my ex-wife, and go have lunch and whatever, you know, because you're friends still. It's like, well, hold on a minute. Does that feel awkward?
Oh, is that an issue? Would that be an issue?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Would that be an issue for you?
But I don't think I'd want to. I mean, I wouldn't hang out with
I only have one ex.
like my longest ex before I got married. We hang out all the time. We go away on weekends together, but it's with him and his wife and me and my husband. So it's the four of us. Yes, the other two flake early and we stay up chatting all night, but there's nothing else in it.
But it would, okay, so, and it becomes, I guess the situation becomes, you have,
Yeah, it's never easy to stay together for the kids. My parents did that, and it's wrong.
yeah, yeah, no, yeah, I
It is
agree.
so wrong. Growing
You
up,
can't
in
stay
a
together for the
household.
kids. That's like the biggest mistake ever. You can move
But my
out and be
parents used to
neighbors,
say-
but you can't be.
Yeah, my parents used to say that they get a divorce, but neither of them wanted the kids. That's what they used to say,
Um,
and we thought it was a joke. It wasn't a joke. Yeah, see,
you know, but I've heard
My
the
parents-
opposite. I've heard of situations where people are doing that, and then there's still something there, even though it's like having your cake and eating it too, right? Like you have your new family, but you're still okay messing with the old family. It's like, well, hold on a minute. You know,
Yeah, but are
at
they
some point
missing?
there's a line that says, nope, can't go there. Correct or not correct?
look, there'll always be that history. But if you've separated, see, I had this discussion with my sisters because I have sisters only and no brothers. When my parents separated, like they separated, they got divorced. I was married for 27 years. They basically waited until a week before I walked down the aisle to have their divorce finalized. So we
That
were
had
all
to be
settled, we were all
interesting. Okay.
going our own way, and they decided that that was it. But within 8 months, they're going on a trip over to Europe because, again, they've been sort of friends forever and together forever. Who else do you invite on a trip? So, did something happen? Did something not happen? They're my parents, so of course nothing happened. But the question remains, if you're going to go on holiday together and you're going to go out for dinner together and you want to do Christmases together like they used to be, why was there the separation? Why was there the divorce? That's what I don't get.
And that you may never get.
No, I won't get. It is way more intense than just lunch.
And then, okay,
Yeah,
so
then they'll go-
if you used that as the example, are you okay with if you were to get a new person if they had that relationship still with their spouse or previous spouse, or does that cross lines?
In that case, of my parents, no, I think they were crossing lines. I think they were just. I think they were quite, because they were quite old by the time they did it. I say old. They were over 50. Now, they said they were unhappy since they were early 30s. Now, why didn't they just go their separate ways, find love, be happy, whatever. But they didn't. So they were in their 50s. And they say, in your 50s, that you've got more chance of being hit by a car than making a new friend in 50. So to me, they were always together. Like every weekend they were together. You'd talk to my mum and it's like, oh, I was talking to your father. Or you talk with dad and he's like, I was talking to your mother. And it's like, why did you guys ever separate? Like, what was the issue? But yeah, I think that sort of
Plus,
connection
yeah.
between exes, I wouldn't be, if I was the next person coming in to be in a relationship with one of them, no, that wouldn't sit well with me. That's way too close.
Yeah,
They
I
should
would.
stay
I
together.
would be. It would be weird for me right there because it would be like, well, hey, let's just let's fool around for old time's sake, kind of thing. Would always be in the back of my head, right?
Yeah, because it's easy, it's comfortable, you know it.
Right, and you're like, we've done it before, and what's up? Let's just go over here and do this, And it's like, well, wait a minute, that's wrong. Like so that's why I think like you have to draw distinct lines. Like, I do understand being tactful for the kids, like holidays, you split holidays, you do whatever. But to hang out as families and friends, there's still some weirdness in it, right?
Yeah.
So, and of course, in today's day and age, you're more likely you're not going to be able to find somebody who doesn't have kids, or that's always going to be a possible issue, right?
Yeah, but the older you get, the older they get.
I know, but at the same time, you don't want to wait till you're too old and it's like, oh, you can't have kids or you can't date younger. See, it's easy for guys because we can have kids anytime. Women cannot.
Yes, we do have a use by date.
I wouldn't call it a use by date.
Well,
it just sounds totally wrong. Yeah, we got a use by date.
Well, it's true. That's what we have. And the thing is, it's not written down anywhere. It can happen whenever. So, I've had friends of mine
and that's an interesting point too there, Molly. If most people, younger people, aren't having kids, they're waiting till older to have kids, but at the same time, you risk not being able to have kids.
And the older you get, the harder it is.
Right, and like my friend, his dad, and mother waited till they're both business people. They waited till later in life. So when he was in his teens, his father was too old to throw a ball with him, too old to do certain things. And that's not fair to the child either. Right?
Yeah, but are you saying that there's less divorces because they don't have children? Because children, they can put a strain on a relationship. And not just because of any negative.
I'm going to run down and grab my sandwich while we have this interesting talk. Hold on, I'll be right back.
We're delaying both kids and marriage. Yeah. Well, it's funny that, because I was technically married quite late, is what they would say. Like, I was married when I was 26, which my friends and they were all getting married at 20, 19, 21. Yeah, and I was actually a lot later than that. But then, when it was coming down to the talk of children, I'm like, no, I actually want to be married for a while. I want to enjoy my husband and I just being husband and wife. So we put off having children. But then what happened was we hit a bit of a snag. We tried to have children and it took us a lot longer than we thought. So, mostly dating 30-year-oldish men. See, that's an... I get that, don't I? And most 28-year-olds and 30-year-olds aren't getting married. But I don't even know if it's the end goal for a lot of people anymore. Like, when I was growing up, I wanted to be married because it meant that, I suppose this is getting into a little bit of religion, but then you can be with a man, you've got someone for life, that sort of thing. So marriage was something that you always wanted to do. But I'm not sure if I had that choice again that I would. I still think I would get married, but I wouldn't be as set on it, if that makes sense. What you got, Giggy?
Sandwich. Turkey, bacon, egg,
You were married once?
What?
Yeah, sandwich. Oh, it turned up, did it?
Yeah.
You got to show us this massive, big, huge thing with
This
a
is a
million
sandwich.
ingredients in it. Come
This is a
on, show
sandwich.
us your massive sandwich. I would never get married again. I shouldn't say it, but no. I think being married once is enough.
Well, but sometimes too, hold on. Sometimes you have no choice. Because the way laws
mean,
work
no
in certain
choice?
places, like you have to be married, or you automatically common law married after a certain time, because there's certain social constructs that have to happen in order for medical and dental, and it's kind of a pain. Sometimes you have no choice.
Oh, we don't have that. We only have end of life decisions, which is why I voted yes for the same-sex marriage in Australia, because if they were in a relationship, same-sex people were in a marriage, well, in a relationship for, say, 50 years, and it came to them, one of them being sick and in a hospital, they had no say at all. It was next to kin, which
there are certain things you have to be married for.
Their family. So that's why I voted for same-sex marriages, because I think if you're spending your life with someone for 50 years, then you should have a say at end of life. If that's a bit morbid, but I think that was important to give them that power or that say, that voice.
Right.
We'd never get another dishwasher. You would what? Not want another? Yeah, I suppose it comes down to whether or not there's two perfect, like the whole soulmate thing, doesn't it?
Well, you could be like doves.
Like who?
Or you mate for life.
Oh, doves. Sorry. Yeah, but in saying that, I was explaining that to you the other day. One of my doves, we got doves out the backyard, and he was queuing for his mate. Now, we've had a couple over the years. Oh, yeah, we get doves in our garden every year. And I get my windows cleaned for Christmas. And inevitably, they tend to bash into my windows. And my dove usually loses a partner every 3 or 4 years because of my clean windows. But he does eventually find another. It just takes a while, but oh, he's so devastated. I like the idea of being so close with someone. Yes and no. It doesn't mean you won't find that closeness with someone else. But it doesn't take away from the fact that you were close with someone in the first place, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as Bob. I spend it every day, like every waking minute, so it kind of. But then it depends it depends on the nature of the connection ultimately.
Well, that's it. Of the existing connection that you had, or the one that's happening, the newer one?
Well, for example, if your spouse or the one in, we're going to use Bob's situation, somebody passes on or moves on, if they were your best friend, it's hard to replace a best friend.
Yes, it is.
It's easy to replace somebody you sleep with.
Yes.
As a guy, as a female, it might be harder because as a guy, it's more of a, whatever, just do it, get off, you know what I mean? You may not be the same level of connection, but you cannot replace a best friend.
No. But you can find someone who can feel parts of that, or a group of people that can feel parts of that.
Yeah, but it may never be to the same level.
No. But what if it's more than that, though?
It could be.
So, did you fall in a screaming heap when she was gone for a few weeks, Bob? I think that's a male issue, though. But did you talk every day? See, that's... You say the sweetest things sometimes, Bob. So she feels exactly the same way about you as you do her. I need an answer, left or right, guys?
Left or right for what?
From what I've got here.
Oh,
I just need to know left or right.
I'm in an ad break.
Oh, okay. Well, when you're ready, have a look. And that's the thing. She might have been gone, but you spoke every single day.
That doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
I did the same thing. I went on vacation. I went to help my parents for a few weeks, and wasn't with my wife. Even though you're talking every day, it's not the same thing.
I wouldn't know because I don't talk to my husband every single day.
Your body, your brain and body does something totally different when not having the other person there.
So is that a male thing then?
I think that's just a connection thing.
Or am I just heartless?
It depends on the nature of the connection.
Yeah.
Like, for example, and we'll just use
I'm in
me.
it now.
I'm a nurturer, right? My wife is a nurturer. Without having that person there to take care of, to nurture, and you're not with them 24/7, you feel like something's missing. Even if you're away, it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not that you don't care or you're not together. It's the fact that it's the little things or the things that you don't know that are gone, right? Trained in men where the men are doing the traveling. See, I don't know about that. Yeah, that's the find themselves trip. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've heard that story. Because they go on a trip, they have something else, and then they decide that, no, it's better off I just leave and do something different. You know, I've seen that. I've heard that. That's just... But I'm talking different, like when, say, for example, in my situation, we'll just say my parents live in a different state. So in order for me to take care of them, I'd have to go travel to where they are, take care of them, and then come back. It's not like me going to Vegas and that kind of thing. Yeah, but that's a different scenario too, Bob, because that's one... She may be wanting you to just go and enjoy the experience and not be part of that. It doesn't mean anything's wrong or whatever. It's just, you know, I look at that more as a business trip, right? So if you're going for a business trip, you know, as long as you're not, you know, having lunch with the secretary, you're fine.
Well, that's assuming that the secretary is going to be bad then. Things can happen on business trips.
Secretary is a free piece of whatever, no matter what you look at it, in almost every story. I mean, there was one in the news a while ago. CEO of some company was at a hockey game or a baseball game or something with, it looked like it was a secretary or somebody from the big business, like HR or something, and they were a little too cozy, and the wife saw it on TV and like, you're having an affair with that lady. You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah. Is that the one? Is it a Coldplay concert or something? Yeah. So it was just like, you know what I mean? Like, but you were doing something, right? Because it's easy, and a lot of times when you know that's the worry. If you're doing business and you're going with the same 3 people over and over, well, more than likely, you know, you all become really chummy. Some things happen. Oh yeah, that guy's in the doghouse for the rest of his life. His wife gets whatever she wants, whenever she wants. She in charge now. That guy's screwed. But you know what I mean? But it could happen, right? And it depends. But I look at it like, you know, if I get back in the dating market, you know, I'm not thinking of necessarily marriage in that regard. But if it has to happen, it has to happen. You know, there are reasons that it has to happen, right?
It's sad that you say it like that, though.
Well, I mean, but there are for like medical or whatever. I mean, even if you, it's such a pain in the butt to say that somebody's, you know. But it does. But yeah,
See what happens.
But that's an interesting topic, right? Like whenever you date, there's always a possibility of positive or negative. It just depends on what you're in it for, right? And a lot of times too, I think people, you know, I think people enjoy their privacy or their space. So a lot of times, like, you know, I think like when you're dating, it's not necessarily, you know, you may not be dating just to, I don't know, to be full, you know, full inclusive, doing everything together. You may just be dating to fill a certain section of that and still be independent on its own accord.
But I'm not sure it's right to not be independent coming from a female point of view in this day and age. Like, I would hate to think that there's women out there now that are looking for that man to look after them and all that sort of stuff. Like, it's a bit antiquated, isn't it?
I think men that have the advantage to do that, though, have an advantage over women who don't, over men who don't.
Yes, I would say they do, but
I mean, because think about it.
think
If you were to date a guy and he's financially independent and can take care of you and everything else, no problem, there's no worries. You don't have to worry about who's picking up the tab, who's doing whatever, you know, none of that ever exists. That guy's got better odds than somebody who's got to get by 9 to 5 struggling day to day.
yeah, but what I'm saying is a female needs to be independent of the man, have the skills, because men aren't.
Should be, but I think most females, you know, they want the cush whatever.
The Real Housewives of
Yeah,
whatever.
you know, you want the housewife, you want to be taken care of. You just want to live that bougie whatever. I hear I came in at a weird moment. Yeah, we're just talking, relationships, I guess. Or second
Hey,
relationship.
Runa. Yeah, but I mean, as I think we've had this discussion before, I've always said to you, I was never going to be someone who could survive this world without a man.
Right, but that's you. But not
So
most
that-
women. Most women aren't like that. Most women, and if we use the scenario where the woman's got multiple children and divorces, she doesn't have that luxury. I wonder if the gent is surprised me and my BF raised to put the card against the machine first almost every time.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Your boyfriend
I've
races
got
to put
no
the
idea.
card against the machine almost every time. And see, a lot of that too comes from the thought that guys are designed that we are supposed to take care of everything. You know, growing up, it's always the man's responsibility. This, right? That.
But why is it? Again, that's old-fashioned. And you're right, Bob. It would be frustrating to not have that equalness, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's that nurture versus nature again. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of... Because, I mean, I've been yelled at by women for holding the door for them. They feel like I'm taking away their rights or something, you know? So it's kind of a weird scenario for me, right? Like, I've always I've always been brought up a certain way that I will do certain things. So I always think that. I don't even think that woman, you know, I don't care if she's independent financially or not. That doesn't ever cross into my mind, because it's, you know, I would expect certain things, and that's just the way I'm going to be, you know. I'll take care of those, and I don't care whether you can or not.
Yeah. All I would say, get an education. Be able to hold your own in this world, and you'll never need a man, even if you want them.
Now that I can agree with. That everybody should strive for. To be, if you have to be alone, can you survive? That I agree with. Everybody should learn that.
Yeah. So that's what I don't see happening in younger people.
Right, and you know, it's funny too, because I watch some of those YouTube shorts or whatever about who's paying the bill, like at dinner, and one of them, like, the woman was like, no, I'll pay, and the guy was like, you know, that comes out of the same account, right? So, and it flat out called her out on it. And she goes, and I'm paying. It's like, okay, you know what I mean? There's that logic too, right? Like, you may not understand where the money's coming from, right? It's hilarious, but.
Yeah, see, when I buy my husband's Christmas presents, birthday presents, all the rest, it comes out of my account, not a joint account.
Okay, I always offer. The guy I'm seeing now has to pick a pizza. Yeah, I know they make clips for Cloud. It was just kind of funny to think about it, though. Yeah, I guess that's a weird scenario, because yeah, I never think about who's paying, you know, because I always expect to pay. It never crosses my mind. So even if I went forward, that probably wouldn't change. I wouldn't say, like, go on a date here with Molly and expect her to pay for dinner. That would never cross my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's fine, not crossing your mind, but Molly can't go out to dinner not having the funds to pay for dinner if that turns out to be that. She shouldn't expect you to pay for it, is what I'm saying.
And why shouldn't she, though? That's the
But
question.
why should she?
If it's
as an independent person,
if you're
why
going out
should
with a date, if a guy asks you to go out on a date, then it doesn't matter. The guy asked you, you shouldn't be expected to pay your own way anyway.
Yeah, it's too.
Like, if I ask you to go out on a date, it's already stated right there that it's my tab. I asked you. I'm not expecting you to do anything.
No, but I wouldn't go out unless I had the funds to pay for it.
And that you can do on your own accord. But the premise is already there that if I asked you, then it's already taken care of.
Exactly. But does everyone know that?
Well, that's how it's always been. Why is that different now? Why is the extra thought there? That's what I mean. If say, hey, let's go out to lunch on Friday, and you say
because
sure.
Some women might get offended that you think
And
that
that's
they
where,
can't afford
but that's
to pay
where the
their
problem arises, right? Because you, as the woman, have now placed an extra thing that you think that I'm trying to take away your rights or something, and that's where the problem is. It's not. I asked you to go on a date. I'm automatically paying. It doesn't. It's the end of conversation. If you think anything beyond
And
that,
I would let you
you're
pay.
creating the problem.
Yeah, and I would let you pay.
Right. And if you say, well, no, I can't afford to go, that's...
No, I wouldn't say that.
You know what I mean? But it's
I would make sure I had my wallet
see,
with me.
yeah, but that's where the extra problem comes in, right?
Why? I don't see the extra problem.
Well, the extra problem is if it gets brought up or gets said or something done.
It
it's a
wouldn't get
problem.
brought up.
Huh?
You'd have no idea. Completely
Yeah, but
mistaken.
95% of the time, if somebody thinks like you do and wants to have their own money, and they decide not to go, they'll make an excuse why not to go, even though they can't afford to go. And nobody knows. But if they ever make a comment about it, then it's problematic.
Okay.
Right, and I agree with that, Molly. Whoever asks, it's kind of given. If they ask you to, hey, you want to go to lunch, it's the assumption is the person who asks is already picking up the tab. I agree with that. What did Bob say? I had an ex that was an event girl. She would get guys to buy her and friends drinks and hand me one of them. Well, that's wrong. But anyhow. That is correct, Runa.
It definitely is.
And that's how relationships work. If you don't have communication, they fail anyway.
How was your sandwich, Gigi?
It was good.
That's good.
Trying to get some of it to go down.
Maybe you need to jump around for a bit.
Yeah, probably. How did we end up on this talk anyway?
You're probably asking me to talk rubbish for something. I don't know. Good topic.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Bob asked about dating. Yeah, that's right. So did we ever get an answer to that? Or was it you like dating and every time you go on a date you need a nap?
Yeah, I think that's how far back it goes. I think it came from Mel asking if Molly streamed. And we go, yeah, we'd watch dating.
Hmm.
A dating stream from Molly. But
Oh you're still seeing the same guy. Well, that's good. At least you're still seeing the same guy. Some of the other ones are kind of scary. I know many times I don't go on out if I can't afford it. Why can't I get this leg right? But yeah, but for older people, I guess, you know, going back, you know, we were talking about baggage. I remember now. Okay.
There's been a lot of steps to where we've got to.
Yeah, I think if you're dating and there's kids involved, it's both sides have to do what's best for the kids regardless.
Yes.
And then the person you're dating, the person with kids should never expect the other one's going to pick up their lack of parenting.
So you never want to hear the words, back me up.
I don't know. No, I mean more. Let me think about that.
Because if you're living in the same house, like if you're not just visiting every whatever, and you're living in the house being part of the family, there may be.
Yeah, if they're older kids, you know, it's different. If they're younger kids, you still have to parent, but ultimately it's one of those. See, it's a weird scenario, I think, for me, because it's like I've been down that road, right? Like I'm not their parent, right? And if I have children involved and I'm not their parent and I try to act like their parent, I'm either going to be okay or I'm going to get in trouble. Right?
By whom?
By whomever, by either the kids or by the new lady, right? There's always that weird dynamic there, right?
No, but that should have been already communicated where you stand with saying things.
Right,
like
but
that. Like,
certain situations, things different. Like say you come into my house, touching my Lego collection is off limits, you know.
Yeah.
So then it would be as a person who has a Lego collection, I'd pack it all away. You never get to see it, you know. And I'd buy you your own, but mine are off limits. So if certain things cross lines, then, you know, I'm going to step in and say, no, you guys can't do that. And then, you know, and whether or not you get in trouble, you know, that's a whole different ballgame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to play with something, go screw up, you know, Joy's Barbie collection. Don't touch my Legos.
I didn't have a Barbie collection. I've grown up.
But you know what I'm saying? It's just an example,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know. I'm staring.
Right, and that I do agree with that, Runa. That if a woman comes into a situation, they should lay down the rules of what to do with the kids. But most of the times, that's where the most of the baggage occurs, is that the woman doesn't lay down guidelines. And it's kind of hard too, because, you know, if you look at a woman who's got, like, say, babies from multiple fathers, it's always screwed up. Unfortunately, they could be the nicest person in the world, but there's always going to be some sense of screw up. That's like, because if you have kids with that lady, well, you're the parent, you're more focused on your own child than you are other people's child. You know what I mean? And it's just human nature, right? That's kind of hard, you know. And I never want to cross that line, right? So yeah, that's always a tough, it's a tough one. I'd rather just be the pool boy in that case, half the time.
The thing is, there would be times when you wouldn't be able to help yourself, whether it's been pre-discussed or not,
Yeah.
to say something. And that would be if the child was being exceptionally nasty to his mum.
Or any other mom.
Or any, yeah. You know what I mean? Because that's a person you are. You couldn't stand by and just go, not my problem, not my kid. You would have to say something.
Yeah, and I can't stand the parents who always be like, oh, you did A, B, and C. You're supposed to be in trouble, but let's not tell anybody and we'll just let it slide. Don't tell your mom.
Yeah.
Those parents, they're right there, that's automatically a wrong thing. No matter how you do it, that's wrong. Right?
Yeah.
If I say, oh, yeah, Molly, you shouldn't have stole that, but we won't tell your mother. That's wrong. You know what I mean? It's just wrong.
Well, mother would already know.
No, mother may not already know. It's like, oh, you went to a party and you were, drinking. We're not going to tell your mom or dad about it. You know what I mean? It's like, but there are parents who do that.
I do
like,
say that.
I want to be the cool parent, so they act more like a friend than a parent, right?
I do that to my nephew. Like when my nephew goes out and, I have to go and pick him up because he won't ring his mum because he's too scared. I go, yeah, we won't tell your mum. Just come and crash at my place tonight and I'll take you back there tomorrow. Just message her and say you're staying at our place. Because she never had a teenage. She never did anything. So she doesn't understand.
But okay, but
and I'll take that to the grave. I would never tell her. See?
See, okay, read Molly's sentence and tell me what you think there, because I've got mixed opinions on that one. And if I'm not mistaken, he flips houses for a living.
Yes, I thought that was the case. Okay. Did I miss something beforehand?
No.
No. Okay, I agree with Molly there. The fact that he thought about you enough to bring you a coffee, that to me, that's worth more than a flashy whatever.
It's not a flag? That
Why would that be a
you're
flag?
never going to get the flashy whatever? Like, if you can't go out to a nice restaurant once a month, is that a flag?
No, depends how high maintenance you are as a female. I couldn't think of anything worse than having to get all dressed up to go somewhere bougie to eat. And then
No, I'm not saying that's not your bougie date, but, if the person is so financially strapped, is that a flag?
If I was taking them out and spending my money on them all the time, yes.
Correct. I agree with that too. Like I agree with Molly. Just if you never, if just the coffee alone, the thought makes it worth it, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, it also lays down the groundwork of where the situation is financially, and you know how to plan around it because you know that everything's tied into this. So that to me, that's good communication. It works, right? But there are people
Also
that think
sussing out how much you can get away with.
what?
He's also sussing out how much you can get away with.
Really?
Well, the expectations of the partner.
Well, he's probably also fishing whether or not you're just in it for the money too. I mean,
That's it.
yeah. But in that same situation, you know, if something hit the fan, you got to cash in all that stuff. You're in a bad spot anyway.
Yeah. Oh, there's definitely men out there when you date, they try to find out, you know, how high maintenance you are. And hey, I'm a picnic basket girl. Nice day
Yeah.
in the park. That's me. I'm.
Me too. And fancy dinner for me is
I'm-
Taco Bell. I'm good with it.
You know, so I definitely prefer a picnic basket and a blanket in a park over any type of dinner.
But I'm also the kind of guy I'd rather my woman have nice clothes and look good, whether I'm in holy jeans or not.
But you can look good in, you know, having a picnic.
Yeah, I'd like my woman to look nice and dress nice and feel good about herself, and I could care less what I look like.
Okay, I'm in ads.
Yeah, me
And I
too.
do have to.
I'm in ads or you're in
Are
ads?
you this? I'm in ads.
I think that popped up on my screen. Was that your screen? Well, maybe that is your screen. Oh no, I'm in ads.
It is mine. I'm in ads too.
All right, so it works out good.
Okay, well, I'm going to take a quick pat of my nose and I'll be back.
I like my holy jeans though. Yeah, but I know I get them patched. I get my stuff repaired. I can't stand buying new clothes after I break them in. We'll just call them boyfriend jeans. I like wearing boyfriend jeans. They look ripped up, whatever. I'm okay with it. But then I do have, you know, of course I have nice clothes to go certain places, so. Of course, you wouldn't tell right now I'm wearing a onesie. Yeah, I agree, Ams. That's totally a flag. If somebody asks you to pay or can you pick up the tab or, you know, yeah. Told this guy he gets one warning with things. If he crosses the line the second time, there are no warnings, and I'm just gone. It's a good way to put it. Same with help. I'm in a secret relationship. Wait, this guy is totally hiding me, but for the show we are doing, of which he thinks it's about young entrepreneurs, we do talk only about our relationship. Oh, it's so scripted. Yeah, I don't think anybody in chat knows the pool comment except me. Just an FYI, Molly. Yeah, it's probably dark. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a coffee. While I sit here and stare at this lizard that I don't like. I'll have to redraw this one again. But yeah, in any case, you gotta have, with relationships, you just have to be open, have communication. Yeah, it's a shared chat. So if you type in fish, it sends it to both chats, and it fishes twice. So, and I think they're both set for 2-minute refresh rates, but and the drop game I think only works on my side. She doesn't have the drop game. But it is nice because you get to see twice if you caught junk or if you caught something nice. It's like a 2-for-1 deal. Okay. Alrighty. Good luck with the masks. Oh, fresh cookies. Man, dude, not cool. Not cool. I do miss fresh cookies. Fresh brownies. Oh, God. I don't even think I have the stuff to make it. I'd have to go to the store. And I don't think Joy muted her microphone. Or is that me talking and her sounds like it's coming through her microphone? You don't eat chocolate, like chocolate chips at all? So you like sugar cookie guy or what? Or snickerdoodle? Or you just picky and expect these really fancy cookies? Like peanut butter and... But you don't eat chocolate, so then you see you're making it fancy cookie scenario. Or I gotta have white chunk macadamia or something. Or pistachio. A coconut cookie. And FYI, Molly, Sebastian doesn't count as a date, by the way. Trying to cheat me? I see what you're doing. Trying to cheat me? I see what you're doing. It seems right, but why does it seem off to me? Oh yeah, it's very nice. I'm just jealous I don't have cookies. I feel like I can't scale it for some reason.
Alright, what are we talking about, guys? Sorry about that.
Cookies.
Cookies?
Yeah, what kind of cookies would you make for a guy who doesn't like chocolate?
Anzac biscuits. Anzac cookies.
Cookies, not biscuits. Cookies.
Same difference.
No, those are like oatmeal. Nuh-uh. It's not a cookie.
What's the difference between a cookie and a biscuit?
I'm also being careful. She overheard me talking about being depressed about not getting something her mother used to make me. So she went through her mom's stuffs last week and made me a... Ooh. Yeah, okay, you in trouble. That speaking of that is a hard part, I guess, for me too, right there. My wife was an excellent cook, right? She's an excellent crafter, a excellent mother, my best friend, you know, and a kind, caring person, right? Now, if I used those 5 as dating requirements, I'm screwed. And part of me is like, well, I'm willing to accept 2 out of the 5, and we'll call it a day.
What 2?
It doesn't matter what 2. Well, 1, you'd have to be kind, caring, nurturing. That I think that's 1. And any of the other 3 would be fine. If you don't have kids, you don't have to be a mother, so that takes that off the table. So you either have to cook or be my best friend, because we can figure out how to eat whether or not you cook. You know what I mean. But it's hard when you have, like, you'd be the example there too, Joy. Like somebody like you who can do a bit of everything and you do everything well. That's hard to expect other people after that you'd be able to find that.
Well, you just have to date me then, won't you?
I'm just gonna have to date bubblegum.
Date who?
Me and a can of bubblegum.
Huh.
Yeah, that's tough, Bob. Sorry to hear that. But you know what I mean? It's a hard scenario, right? Because most of the times too, if I think about, okay, so I date somebody younger, they're not going to know how to cook because that wasn't as common in younger people as it was older, right? And by cooking, I mean cook from scratch, not follow the box recipe. It's on the side of the box.
Okay. Cookie or biscuit?
Is it an oatmeal cookie? It depends. British word for cookie or biscuit.
That's what I mean. I thought biscuits and cookies were the same thing.
No. A chocolate chip cookie is not a biscuit. Correct? Well,
I don't know.
First of all, we got to lay off the sir thing. First of all, we're saying. I'm not that old. Jesus.
Yeah, you kind of are.
Oh, lay off, Joy. But yeah, but no. But you know what I mean? Yeah, I'd say that's a cookie. But you know, a biscuit is a biscuit a square cookie?
Is biscuit a square cookie?
Like, what's the official term for biscuit?
I don't know. Let's Google it. All right.
Yeah.
Because I just thought it was just a terminology of different countries.
Biscuit meaning.
Okay.
North American English. Typically a small round cake of bread leavened with baking powder, baking soda, or sometimes yeast. Okay, so that is not. That is a like a muffin kind of to me. Then if it's made with yeast, that would be muffin. Right?
That'd be bread.
Yeah.
Okay, biscuit versus cookie in Australia.
Oh, that's a good point. We should do that. Biscuit versus cookie.
So biscuit is the general term for most baked sweet or savory items in Australia, including what Americans call cookies. But the term cookie is increasingly used for softer, chewier, chunkier American-style treats like chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
While biscuit usually means a crunchier, simpler, often dunkable item. For example, Anzac Tim Tam. There's no way I'm going to be dunking that Anzac. It's way too soft.
Or maybe you made it poorly.
It's not my best batch. Thank you for noticing.
I'm not. I didn't notice. I'm just
But
saying.
look.
I don't care. I'm just saying. But no, it says the main difference between biscuits and cookies depends on location. In North America, biscuits are soft, savory, scone-like breads, i.e. like with gravy, while cookies are sweet, flat, chewy, crisp treats like chocolate chip. In the UK, biscuits are crunchy, less sweet types like digestives, and cookies are larger, softer, chewier, like type of biscuits. Give me an example, like a sugar cookie. Right?
Like a macaroon. Is a macaroon a cookie or a biscuit?
Is it made with yeast?
No.
Then I would say cookie.
So Anzac biscuits aren't made with yeast, so that's a cookie.
Correct. That's what I would say.
Okay, well then yes, I would bake Anzac cookies.
Oh boy, hold on, Molly. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Molly's going to throw a spanner.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get me in trouble. What you're going to do? I'm going to buzz on that one.
See, biscuits to me are harder. Like, I would go to a shop and buy biscuits. Like
Yeah, but see,
Arnott's
I'm in
biscuit,
North
but
America, so when I think of biscuits and gravy. I think of a bread-like product.